Hello, I am Archivist Aaron, and welcome to my study. And today, we are back to some I'm on observation duty. Now, I'm gonna leave the BGM on for a moment. It's been a while. It's been a while since we played this game, and that means I'm probably gonna be unimaginably rusty. So, yeah, I don't think it's gonna go well. Hi, unknown man. But I wanted to recount really quick, because I still have it open, my browser right now, but we played I'm on Observation Duty 7 last 5 months ago. And since then, we played, let's see here. We played all of Bloodborne after Observation Duty, and then we played all of Firewatch, and then all of Cabin Factory, all of Phantom Project, all of Observation, all of That's Not My Neighbor, Little Nightmares 1 and 2, I believe, were both played after that, and then all of Portals 1 and 2, or Portal 1 and 2, and then all of Transformers War for Cybertron, all of Sekiro, that's where you came in, unknown man. I believe. I don't think you were there before that. Maybe you were. Maybe you were just lurking. Maybe you've been here since the start. How would I know? Then all of Middle-earth Shadow for War, or Shadow of War, and then I did that for a lot of streams. Then all of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and then all of Final Fantasies 1 through 4. So needless to say, oh yeah, and then Wallworld, and then Raft. Needless to say, it's been a little bit. I have played a lot of things between the last time that I played this game and now. Meaning, the rust is insane. I am going to suck at this. But I wanted to come back, probably for a short stream. We can probably turn on the desktop audio now. I just wanted to keep that off in case something randomly started playing on the browser. I don't know what the volume is on that. I didn't want to like blow out the eardrums of the stream. Anyways, I wanted to come back to this because I saw they added a randomized mode. You know, we did the normal mode on all of these 6. I still need to do hard mode on them, but I'm not doing that. Not that I wouldn't want to do that. I did do hard mode on I'm on Observation Duty 6. A few of them, not all of them. But the hard mode on here is just way too hard. So for me, impossible. You know, I'm not gonna be able to do that. But as I said, I wanted to come back, give randomized a try because that seems interesting. Probably not gonna be the longest stream, depending on how many times I die horribly. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But essentially, as the name would suggest, and as this explanation right here would suggest, it basically just takes rooms from all of these levels and scrambles them together. And I've never played it before, so we'll just kind of jump in and see what it's about. But it looks like I can choose the room count. We're gonna start at 5 and normal difficulty because of course we are. Oh boy. This is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be very interesting because normally you play one level over and over and over again and memorize all the different you know, nooks and crannies of that level. With this, that's gonna be near impossible because every time you play it, it's going to give you a different set of rooms. So memorizing them, you need to memorize them during the run, or they're just gonna be shuffled out and new rooms are gonna be in. So it's not something that you just kind of hit your head against until you win. It's something you kind of need to just be good at. So we'll see. And 7 was always a lot harder than 6, sadly. It's a very difficult game. I think when I was playing it last time, I likened it to saying that like 6's hard mode levels are about the same difficulty as 7's normal mode levels, for me at least. So it's gonna be tough. It's gonna not be easy. And I am familiar with the rooms though. We did play through the whole game and beat all the normal levels, so even 5-month-old memory of these rooms should be something. That I should have some level of memory of these rooms and their layouts and items, and we'll see. Especially the spa. I was stuck on the spa for a long time, so I think I'll remember the spa pretty well. Let's just jump into it and see what happens. As I said, probably not going to be the longest stream, but I at least wanted to give this a try and see what happens. Test out the new mode. Alright, it's probably loading. I do remember 7 had shorter loading times than the other games, I believe. Which I found odd, because it... yeah, here we are. Okay, how do we play? Okay, WASD can move between them. So this is the gas station outside. This is, I believe, the hotel basement? Motel basement? This is the factory canning line, as you can see. Gas station store. Hotel. You know, not dining room, but yeah, club room, I guess. And then back to this. Okay, yeah, there's only 5. Yeah, I get it. And not really any reason for the short stream other than just I just feel like I'm going to die a lot at this, and it is going to be a lot of death if I do a regular 3 hours of doing this. But maybe I'll just enjoy it that much. Maybe random mode has something cool to it. And is this? Yeah, this is the circle thing. So, man, but it's been a while. There were always 2 pool clues, right? Probably. Counting pieces of trash and memorizing the pool balls. I mean, that's what you gotta do sometimes. I always memorized, like, the weirdest things. And here, I haven't even started memorizing it. Is that normal? I don't know. I'm doing, like, an initial sweep first before actually starting to count. Because sometimes visual memory is better than memory. Sometimes you can just tell when something kind of looks off. Oh, but this isn't hard mode, so we shouldn't have to worry about false reports, right? Was that a hard mode only thing? I don't remember. I'm still probably going to be cautious about it. Are you normal? I know the pese is normal. I don't know what that... I think that... Is that an actual word? Does that mean anything? Hi, you might be... Abyss at the gas pumps. Thank you. Did you see it? Barely visible in the top left corner of the screen was a giant freaking Abyss presence. You know, to just have the lumps of probably human meat sitting directly on the conveyor belt, that's not very, you know, hygienic, I must say. When I get my cans of human meat, I expect a hygienic, you know, system. I'll leave that to the viewer's discretion. Yeah. Have you seen I assume maybe you've seen Nuke's Top 5. Or I guess there are probably several channels that say that same kind of stuff, but that's the channel that I always think of when it's like the did you see it? You know. It's pretty funny. Small emergency. Okay, I'll be here. Probably not seeing much. And then probably dying. So you won't miss much, trust me. Let's see, there's 5 on that. Okay. Is there something missing? I keep thinking this area looks too open, but I don't think it is, because I've thought that like the last 3 times I've looked at it. And if you think that it looks weird numerous times, usually it's nothing. Is that bag always there? I think so. Oh, hi. Doing some sick tricks with the... Oh, yeah, that's this. Object movement? It's moving. Well, no, I think... I like how the little report thing started spinning with it. What is that? Intruder? There's something moving back there. What are you? Are you normal? I'm gonna assume that's normal and move on. It's probably something different, but I gotta keep looking at the different rooms, or else I'm gonna miss something obvious, and that's gonna kill me. You guys normal? You're supposed to be all moist. Replacement? I don't know if those are supposed to be moist, but we shall check. No one always found. Okay, I like how quick that was. Hi, you guys have moved. But movement. Hi. Hey, 1 o'clock. We made it to 1 o'clock. That is an achievement in my book. I'm gonna report this again as a replacement. Because I don't know, that, like, steel blue. Is that what it's called? That weird blue color back there seems really, really wrong. You know? Are you right? Were there boxes on the bottom there? I guess so. The more you know. The issue is, after I die, we're going to be, you know, we're gonna be in a completely new set of rooms, and I'm gonna have none of them memorized again. Oh, you are not correct. Replacement. It's supposed to be a giant screw for some reason. I don't know why they put giant screws in the walls, but they did. Is there distortion on this camera? I don't know. I think it's that my eyes are the thing that's moving, not the camera. Maybe. It's really hard to tell. Sometimes distortion is like super minor at first. I swear, what are you? Next time we get this map, we need to look there, because I swear that's not supposed to be there. But I don't know. Are you normal? I don't remember there being like a black sign back there. I don't remember that. No anomaly. The extra object. What is that? Is that always there? Did I just miss that somehow? Okay. Good. Great. This game is very good at making you, you know, distrust your own judgment. Okay, I don't think anything's changed here. Format 12. Is that? No, that was 9 earlier, wasn't it? Is that manipulation? Is that replacement? Is that image anomaly? It's really hard to tell. And I know that when I last played this, I had it down to a science as to what anomalies were what, like, categories. Are you supposed to be there? Extra. But yeah, I certainly have forgotten by this point what counts as what type of anomaly. It's also messing with my head, because whenever I see this room, my brain is automatically, like, preloading what the next room in the factory would have. And yet, when I go to the next room, it's not the factory. That confuses me. Because my brain is used to going, you're a different type of pool cue than that one, because you have, like, a white tip on it. Is that normal? That's like 90% of what this game is just me staring at, like, squinting at things and being like, are you normal? Are you evil? Are you an anomaly? Because I don't know, was there always a trash can there? I don't know. Nobody knows these things. I don't know, this hallway looked weird. There's scratches on the floor. I think that's different. But nail marks. Okay. Oh, my brain for a second was trying to figure out what that would be, but nail marks, pretty on the nose. Trash looks normal. Well, that is good. We got the trash inspector back. Although usually there's something missing there. And I am going on the assumption that false reports don't do any harm. Is this floor different? This floor looks different. Why are you different? Are you different? Would that be replacement? What was it when the floor was different? That was like a specific anomaly type, right? Dead body. Was that always on there? Manipulation. Electro on the second monitor is quite distracting. I would assume so. Yeah, it's a very distracting game. I was playing some Balatro recently. I should stream it at some point, but I tend to get too invested in it. You know, it's like you can get really drawn in. Hey, but we made it to 2 o'clock. We're probably gonna die soon, but we made it to 2 o'clock. Isn't that delightful? You're not right. There's supposed to be papers in you. Isn't there? I remember that anomaly. I remember it distinctly. Yeah. Yeah. You can't fool me with that. I've played these games before. You. What are you doing there? Not missing object. Why did I hit miss? I meant extra object or moved object. I had two in mind and I hit neither. Because either that moved from one of these locations. What are you? You're different. Manipulation? Were you always there? I could have sworn you could see this thing as clear as this. But I know this is different. So we're going to do that. We're going to keep that other sign around for a little bit. I'm pretty sure that's not right, though. Maybe. Possibly. Once again, this game makes you, distrust your own judgment very highly. You think you know what you're doing? Like, you think this said 9 before? Apparently it didn't. Maybe it didn't. Maybe it did. Maybe I just didn't do the correct, thingamawhat's-it on it. Is there a camera missing? Let's see, gas. It's 2, 3, 4, 5, gas. Okay, we're fine on cameras. I guess I'm just not used to there only being 5 cameras. Was this garbage bag always here? Is there distortion? No distortion. We're fine. I don't know if the garbage can was always there, but I think it was. I just never noticed it. That can't be a reflection. Was that always there? Why would that be there? You're not normal. Movement? You're not normal. Are you? Why would you have a shelf out there? I already did extra object. I don't know. Why would you have a shelf out there? This is a different table. Maybe it's the same table. It's probably the same table. We're gonna try it anyway. But it's probably the same table. Yeah, it's apparently the same table. But yeah, I liked I think it was either the 6th game or the 5th game that had just the thing where you do the circle over something and then it automatically reports everything in that area. You're different. You're not a dog. So yeah, I liked that system. That system was a lot better in my mind because then I wasn't sitting there being like, what type of anomaly is this? I don't know. Is it object movement? Is it extra object? Is it object manipulation, which is kind of a blanket category? Were you always there? Well, I guess you had to be because you're kind of under the arrow, so I can't report you anyway. So yeah, I liked the other system better just because it takes out a lot of that second guessing. But there were always 4 here, right? I think. These changed at all? I don't think so. At least not in any way that I was noticing. Man, I feel like we're so close to death. We cannot be surviving much longer, right? Like we are doomed. We are dead. I mean, it hasn't even popped up the warning yet. I'm expecting that like any second. And I don't think there's anything wrong on this screen yet. Not that I've seen, at least. There's probably been plenty wrong here. And I'm just absolutely looking over. Hey, 3 o'clock, first try. That's actually good. I expected, 0 o'clock first try, so... You know what they say, if you expect nothing, then you can never be disappointed. So I expected nothing from myself, and I'm pleasantly surprised. Hi. Rush hour. The gas pumps. Where else would rush hour be? That was very loud. But alright, we did it. That's great. Are there always 2 cans here? Not like 2 cans, but like cans that are that there are 2 of. Because I mean, if there were always 2 cans, okay. Because if it was like the bird toucan, that would be even weirder. Paper's gone. Missing object. I've been looking at that. I've been looking at that very closely every time we're at this thing, waiting for them to move it, daring them to move it, and they did. Also, I never even actually memorized how the balls are, so I really hope they don't change those. Because if they do, I am screwed. I would not notice that at all. Everything looks fine here as far as I can tell. Ethan. I don't know who Ethan is. But, well, I would assume that it's someone named Ethan, but, that's just me. Maybe they're not. Maybe Ethan isn't someone named Ethan. Maybe that's just their nickname. Although, why would you have a nickname of Ethan? That seems like a very odd nickname to have. Because, it's like an actual name. Usually that's not how nicknames work. Are you a different chair? You look like a different chair. It's either replacement or manipulation if it is a different chair. Yes. It's not a different chair. Well, what changed? Something was replaced there. But it wasn't the chair. Something... Does anyone know what was wrong there? What was replaced? Because I didn't see it. I thought the chair was weird because it was green. And I was like, I don't remember you being green. You're not supposed to be there. Extra object. Hi. Felicitations, malefactor. Okay, bye. All seems well. These are still disturbing me. I don't know what those are, but we're just gonna keep moving on. And if we ever get that room again, we're looking at those and seeing if they're actually supposed to be there, because I have no idea. Have we pointed out anything wrong with this room? Anything at all? I don't think we have. It's like what about this like gutter over here? Is this supposed to be here? Extra object. Something has to be wrong in there. It's like when you're taking a test and there's like 5 or 6 answers in a row that are C, and you're like, okay, something has to be wrong here. They can't all be C. It's the same thing. You look at a room and you're like, I haven't reported a single anomaly in this room. There has to be something wrong. Like, it doesn't just not spawn something, even though it can. It most certainly can not spawn something in a room for an extended period of time. It's just so unlikely. There's a camera missing. Isn't there? Let's see, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, we're fine. Okay, I need to stop flipping through them so fast. I'm gonna miss stuff. But I could have sworn something was wrong with the count. Okay, I think those are fine. 4 o'clock. We're so dead. We are so dead. The longer that this goes, the more I'm just like, we are going to die. Are you different? Yes, I understand the warning and everything. No, that can was supposed to be there. Giving me a lot of small things. You're missing. No, you're different. Replacement. Unless that's what that replaced earlier. No? That was different. Yeah, I remember this thing on it. That's different. What's wrong with you? What's different in here? Are you supposed to be closed? Manipulation. Are you cans supposed to... I don't even know what could change with the cans. Pen is still there. Format 12. Everything looks the same at first glance, but I don't have everything here memorized. Pese. Rug. These all green handles. That logically that can't be right. Right? I mean, this is probably in a different country. But in America, green handles means diesel, right? I mean, I've never filled up a car with diesel, so I wouldn't know. But I'm pretty sure. So having all the handles be green seems like an anomaly to me, but I think that's just a difference in how different countries handle gas stations. Hi. Intruder. Okay, bye. Well, that's an anomaly. I think. Maybe. Who knows? I'm probably missing a lot of things, but I am surprised at how many things I did remember. No, that was just that. I saw this thing blinking. I thought something was moving down there. What's wrong with you? This is gonna bother me. Is that new? Is that not supposed to be there? There has to be something. There has to be. You can't just have one room that never gets anomalies. It messes with me so much. Oh, hi, you are very different. Replacement? Replipulation? Placement? Are you different? You look like a different coffee maker. Bruh. That ain't good for you. You shouldn't be doing that, my man. I'm just saying. His mango is to blow up because he's drinking gasoline. I don't think that's very healthy for him. Are you all the same? I think you're the same. You're the same. I don't know if this was always 2. I remember being 2 for most of the game, but it could have changed at some point before I even looked at it. It does happen sometimes. Because I don't end up like actually noticing all the details in the first sweep. There's things that like even right now I'm noticing that I didn't notice before, like how there's an outlet here. I didn't see that. That's probably been there the whole game. That's probably not even different. It's good enough for my car. It's good enough for me. That's probably not a healthy mindset. Because, you know, I, are you leaning? Manipulation. No, I'm just grasping at straws here. Is this is a different type of vent? Placement. Maybe that has always been a different type of vent. Extra. Nope. Still have yet to find anything wrong with that room. That's probably how it's gonna be. It's probably never even gonna give an anomaly in there. Ah, we are dead. What time? Object movement in the canning line. I told you there was something wrong with that room. Go on. Why must they do this to me? There was an extra object in the basement as well, and a replacement in the store. Man. Wait, so if we restart level, does it re-randomize? Let's see. It does not. Well, would you look at that? Now, I don't know how fair that is. I feel like we should go back to the menu and re-randomize the rooms, because I feel like just restarting the same level isn't the point of the randomization. So we're gonna go back to the menu. We're gonna do that, because for it to be randomized, it should probably be randomized each playthrough. Unless this is just the one set of rooms that the randomized can pop up. I doubt it. Yeah, it can be anything. So yeah, we got the back parking lot from the gas station, I think. The garage from the hotel? Oh, the kitchen from the cabin. I like this one. This is where you get the snack. On the complicated room from the factory. And then this one could have some little details that you miss. This one's annoying. We have a couple annoying ones here. Like this room, I tend to miss things on. Let me see here. Wagurb. Wagurb. That is the word of the day. Wagurb. Because it correlates to the colors of the cars. Also, this always looks weird. Don't mind this. This is not an anomaly. I don't think. This always looks incredibly bizarre, the way they layer these two in front of each other. And there's always a gun up there, I think. Probably. Man, we are going to have a tough time with this run. Always 2 signs, 120. Lights, I think, are on. Can. Woogerb. Sane. Tire. These tires are probably going to change at some point. No license plate numbers to worry about. That's probably a good thing. The only one that I like is probably this kitchen. Even though this is one of the most complicated rooms in the cabin, I do like the kitchen. It has some good anomalies in it. Monitoring room seems fine. But they're probably just gonna like spawn a new tree over in the corner over here, and I'm never gonna notice it. Cause that's just how they do. They love to just throw random things out there that I will never be able to see. Good old Wagurb is fine, it looked like. Mousetrap. Are you new? I remember you. I don't remember if you're supposed to be there, though. Or if I just noticed you at some later point. No, yeah. It was definitely an anomaly. Unless the game lied to me and that's normally supposed to be there. It's just gaslighting me at this point. I wouldn't really put it past it. Why are you standing? You don't get paid enough to stand around like this. Come on. Like just sit in the chair. Be lazy. Super. Super duper. What? Super duper Uber? Why are these out of order? Is that an anomaly? Because why is it super duper and then super duper Uber? Why isn't the most expensive one at the top? That's probably going to bother me if that's not an anomaly. That might be image anomaly. Because I was taking this as an object, but that might be an image. In theory. Nope. Gerb. I think those are fine. But yeah, I think we... Hi. What would you be? Person movement. Right on your face. Is that a new sign? Was there always a sign there? Extra object. We're just gonna throw out reports whenever we want. I think there can be a huge man in this room. Unknown man, have you ever played or seen someone play these games? Because you weren't here when I played these games. But are you familiar with them at least? Man, there's so many papers and mouses. Why do you need that many mice? First time seeing these? Oh, good. So you are not familiar with the huge man. Are these supposed to be red? Manipulation. We'll hope and pray that we get a huge man so that you can see the wonder and splendor that is him. Gerb. So that means I've got to try harder. Something weird going on back there. I don't think so. Ah. Light. Let there be it. Except don't, because it's an anomaly. Let there not be light. Man, and all these little different switches and things and all this. This is such a complex room. I've only ever seen this like change in obvious ways, but it's probably got a lot of hi, you're not normal. Extra object. Gerb. This is white and red. I think that's always been white and red. Wait a minute. Was this car always facing that way? I thought it was facing this way. I guess not. I'm going crazy, apparently. I thought it was facing the other way. But maybe not. Maybe that was a different... That was at the gas station is where the car was facing us. That's right. But we don't have that anymore. We don't get gas stations. We get outside of gas stations. Not the gas station itself. You were always there, I think. Probably. Maybe. Gerb. I feel like we're dying more this time than we were last time. Are you a different oven? Do you always have that gap there between the oven and the thing? I feel like that's a smaller oven. No, I guess it's the same. That's weird. I never noticed that little gap. Did you move? Evidently, no. That could also be manipulation. Or something. It's really hard to tell. You guys always had red on them. What about that pen? Was that pen always there? Hi. Steam, smoke, fog on the road. Man, not great driving conditions, I must say. Let's just fix those up. Do some cloud seeding. I think that's the word for it. Fly some planes overhead, change the weather, get rid of the fog. It's too dangerous. Because obviously that's how that works. I still don't get why, like, where did that come from? Like, did people just see a plane go overhead and then it started raining and they're just like, it must have been the plane's fault. Yes, this is obviously the reasoning behind it. What do you mean correlation does not mean causation? I've never heard that term before. These numbers are going to change, aren't they? Gerb. Is this one always open? I remember that was open recently, but was it always? There are 4 mice. I don't know if there's supposed to be 4 mice. As far as I remember, there's 4 mice. Three of those lights. Gerb. Nothing moved over there. Are you supposed to be there? Are you normal? That's a big radiator. I don't trust radiators, especially like right next to curtains. I don't know. I don't think I've ever lived in a house that actually had radiators like that, but those kind of radiators just kind of scare me. Hi. Okay. Just shoot it down, I guess. Get it out of here. Illegal aliens in space. Get them out of here. Shoot them all down. Send the nukes. Oh, we got him. Good. I got an achievement. Stop the alien invasion. I've never seen that before in my life. But alright. Good. I have saved the planet by nuking all the aliens. See, I would be a great president. Any problem comes up, just send the nukes. Send them immediately. Everything looks fine here. Oh. Nothing is fine here. Oh. What is this one? Camera malfunction? No. There we go. Now we can select it. Car. Alright, well, we got the car. Gerb. There's always an ashtray here. I don't know if there was. Probably, though. Place, no. Extra. I think it was something there. That's why I did replace first. Maybe it was always an ashtray. Do manipulation. But yeah, I always look at this. I don't look next to it that often. So it kind of feels like something new whenever I look next to it. Are you correct? Probably, but we're gonna check. See nothing wrong here. Gerb. No corpses hiding underneath the cars, probably. I accidentally clicked it twice. somehow. I don't know how I did that, but it happens. Four mouses, two of those, two of that. 10. Super duper super duper uber super and 95. Interesting. But I think that's all the same. Gerb. You're not right. Image. Get them out of here. These dang aliens. I should have nuked them harder when I had the chance. Obviously now they're coming down and graffitiing all of our stuff. And I don't appreciate that. You know, that's a crime. Woogerb. So there's a parking sign there. I mean, logically, it makes sense that that's there, but is it supposed to be there? I just don't remember seeing it. White and red. You look different. There's always those weird things on the edges of the screens. No. Evidently not. Good. You stay fixed. You are a different shade from the other ones. Is that normal? But that wouldn't be manipulation. That would be replacement. Right? Probably. Gerb. Hey, but 3 o'clock. We're consistently getting pretty late in the days, or nights. Mornings? Are you supposed to be open? There can't be 3 of these open, right? Yeah. See? Only 2. And this one a crack, and this one a crack. But that's fine. Those ones don't count. Yeah, if these numbers ever change, I'm not gonna notice it, most likely. Because that's a lot of numbers. You know, if that used to be like an 8, and now it's a 9, I wouldn't notice it. Gerb. Everything seems fine, but I know everything isn't fine. Did you move at all? Probably not, but it looks like it's at an odd angle. No, it's fine. Are you a different screen? Probably not, because that's the mirror of that. So I think that's normal. It's not even a mirror. Is top and bottom switching also called mirrored? Or is it only when it's left and right? Woogerb. Oh, you're a shadow demon. For some reason, my brain saw that, and I was like, "Oh, that's normal. It's my shadow. You know, I'm a human. I cast shadows. It's normal." But yeah, I don't think that was normal. Is this frosted glass? I don't see anything saying frosted glass, so guess it's fine. I know in some games, and I think on this map, at times, there is a frosted glass anomaly that can happen in some rooms. I swear, I move my eyes and head a lot. There's a missing object here. During these games, I move a lot to try to like look around at everything. That was Wagurb, so that's fine. But it causes issues because distortion, as I said, is kind of minor in this game. It's hard to tell when it's happening. So, are there? Is this supposed to be a park bench type thing? I don't think it is. Were there chairs here? Maybe there wasn't. There wasn't. How did I never notice that before? Unless that it just isn't replacement. Maybe it's you're different. Image anomaly. That's supposed to be 120. But yeah, when I'm moving my head around so much, it kind of causes issues because I think that the screen is moving due to like slight distortion when in reality it's just my head that is moving around, and it causes the screen to distort slightly because I'm just looking and moving so frantically that it makes things look weird. So I sometimes kind of psych myself out thinking that there is distortion when there isn't, and I need to kind of like try to hold myself still for a few seconds to just make sure there's not something weird happening. You're a different number. You're a very different number. Image? Image? Well, I guess all the numbers are different, so yeah, that's easy to see. I only noticed the top one, but that's fine. Imagine if there was an anomaly on the anomaly fixed screen. That would be kind of crazy. Woogerb. So you would have to like fix an anomaly in order to see the anomaly fixed screen and then fix an anomaly there. But that would be a little unfair, wouldn't it? Are you different? You are different, aren't you? It's an image anomaly. That would be manipulation, replacement, movement, extra, missing. Could be any of the categories, if there's anything wrong with it, which there probably isn't. It just looked weird because the numbers looked sharper than normal. You're different. Replacement. Maybe movement, but I think replacement. Yeah. And you can't report on that screen at all, so obviously that is not an anomaly that can happen. But yeah, my headcanon for this whole game mode is essentially that they were running out of workers to do this job. So they basically just assigned me to do all the places at once. They just took the hotspots of each location and just threw them at me, and they're just like, here, you're alone today. You get to deal with it all. Have fun. Because, you know, that sounds like something they would do. I heard that. What was that in reference to? Did you hear that? Because I heard that. Gerb. Wait a minute. Kitchen. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's only 4. Which one are we missing? Garage. Right? Yeah, I'm missing the garage. Those camera anomalies of just a camera is missing is so hard to tell. Because unless you're scrolling through and you just notice, hey, I scrolled through to the same room again a bit faster than I normally do, you don't really notice that one is just missing. At least I don't. It's always a mini fridge. I guess it was. I never really noticed that. I thought it was just like a counter. We're probably missing so many anomalies right now. Or none. Who knows? Woogerb. Probably so many, though. But it could be none. What are you a light, or are you... Like, that just looks like an orb of light. Yeah, I don't know if that light is different. No, seems to be normal. I spent a lot of time looking at that. You're very bright. Also, you might be a different image. No? Really? I could have sworn that was something. Okay, well, Gerb. Just looking at all the big things to try to catch an anomaly somewhere. Are you moved around? You know, that's something that can happen. Yes. Yeah, so the bread and the toaster switched places, I think. We bought ourselves about 10 seconds with finding that one. Gerb. You're a different color. Manipulation. He's running from a crime. He just went and got his car spray painted a different color so he could hide. It reminds me of a... Are you a different teacup? It reminds me of a... Ooh, there's 3 cups here. Not supposed to be 3 cups. I don't think. Were there 3 cups? I thought there were only 2 cups. 4 mice. 2 keyboards. Why are there 2 keyboards? I thought there was only one of that type of keyboard there. No? Okay. That room is so convoluted. Gerb. It's red again. Good. No huge man, sadly. Are you different? I don't think so. Just keep throwing stuff out until something sticks. Rip. And we were so close too. We got to 5 o'clock. That's very close. Replacement in the monitoring room. Snake in parking lot. What does that mean? Lights in road. Okay. Unfortunate. Not settings. That run did have a lot of tough rooms though. Okay, this room can be tough, but not too bad. We know this room pretty well. That's good. This room, kind of complicated, but other than a lot of trash, and you know, Unknown Man is the king of trash. Not in a insulting way, but just he knows what trash looks like. Okay, and this room is pretty complicated. We know this room pretty well. Okay, I have a couple rooms that I like in this one. Sane. I am the Lord of Garbage. Yes, if any garbage changes, you will know. You don't even need to see it change. You're just gonna sense it. You're just gonna be like, yes. I feel a disturbance in the trash force. So all dumpsters are closed. There's a light here that's like a Dorito light. Cone there. Cone colored car. Hopscotch. Plants with the weird spirally, you know, modern decorating. Who knows what they're thinking. A lot of plants, though. Probably plastic plants. Got a pen there. This pen. You gotta watch this pen. This is a wily pen. Very wily. Light is on. Starting off strong with an anomaly. There's Billy. Actually, That looks like the Mr. Electric, send him to the principal's office and have him expelled. You know that kid? Like Shark Boy and Lava Girl? He looks like that kid. He really does. I don't know why, but he's missing. Apparently he was expelled from life. So, you know, sucks to be him. It sucked to be him prior to that, because I mean, you know, I don't know. He seemed like kind of a jerk in that movie. I'm just glad we're not having to do the full spa. Have him expelled immediately. Was it immediately? I only ever remember the expelled part. I haven't seen the movie in a long time. This box, I think, was supposed to be there. There's like some vases back there, along with a a a long box with legs. That's what we're gonna say that is. There's lights in between. 2, 1, broom. Stuff. Okay. You're different, right? It looks like this table's a little bit more crowded than normal. I feel like these mugs are not supposed to be here. But maybe not. Yeah, the only reason I know the quote is mainly just from memes. And it could just be that they cut off the quote. Because, you know, all I remember is just send him to the principal's office and have him expelled. And that's it. That's where it always cuts off. We would need to watch the movie again. Obviously, we need a Shark Boy and Lava Girl watch along sometime on stream. That is obviously the best answer. I had the quote right. Okay. This room is facing the wrong way. We're gonna report it. I don't think it's wrong. Manipulation, I guess. Was that door anomaly? I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna assume that that's normal, but we need to keep it in mind so we don't think it's an anomaly later. Because it's early enough that you can kind of assume... Are you supposed to be there? You can kind of assume most things are how they should be still. Yeah, and this is right, left. With the doors, that's normal. I remember that from last time we did Spa, because that place is a nightmare. Some of those little details. Do you think the floors here can change? I never looked at all the little intricate floorboards on there. You're not supposed to be open. Is that movement? Is that supposed to be movement, or is that manipulation? Nope, movement got it. Okay. And who has the name Mr. Electric? I mean, it's kind of a great name, but still, like, that... What kind of a name is that? Trash is looking standard so far. That is good. That is very good. Did this always have 2 exhausts? Probably. We're gonna just report it randomly. I don't even know if that would be manipulation, but... Who knows? Better to throw out something than to not do anything. Bag. Everything's looking rather normal. Of course, nothing in these places are actually normal, but you know. Relatively normal. Still don't trust these radiators. I feel like they give off so much heat, and having them like right below the window is just dangerous. Because there's curtains there. What if they catch on fire? Middle drawer, left side. Slightly, was it... In the cabin? Okay, let's... Middle left... Middle left... How can there be middle left side? Or no, middle left side was slightly open. I mean, this one... Like this one? Wasn't that one always slightly open? I seem to remember these two. Yeah, these two are always open a crack. These two are always open slightly more, I believe. That might be slightly more open than normal, but we'll throw manipulation on it and move on. Because it's hard to tell. Sometimes in 7, they change things to a very small degree. And so even if it's something that you already knew was that way, sometimes you need to also take into account the degree to which something was something. Cone is missing. How dare they? Replace the missing persons posters with pictures of the cone that say missing on it. Have you seen this cone? It's obviously more important. No one's gonna miss the have him expelled kid. Push. How would you even try to pull on that? Like, why would they need to put push on that? I don't know. Was this... No, that's fine. Everything's fine. I'm sure there aren't even anomalies in this game. Everything that has looked different is all just a figment of our imagination. It's just when you report something, the game has like a 30% chance to say that it fixed something, but nothing actually changes. It's all just a placebo. You know, we're all just living in a simulation anyway. It's fine. There's always a gap above this. I don't even know what that would be, because that's like part of the wall. Let's say just manipulation. It's manipulated somehow. But yeah, I think that was always there. I just never noticed it. Is there a room missing? Let's see. Stairway. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're good. I just felt like I got back to the stairway a bit faster than I should have. So I had to double check. But everything's looking alright. I need to keep track of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do you have to step... Okay, why would you put 4 and 5 if you have to step on them simultaneously? Right? Because like you do 1, 2, 3, and then you do both on 4 and 5. You don't go like 4, then 5. So you'd think this would just be 4 and 4. And then this would be 5. Because, you know, you have to step on them in the same step. Thus, you wouldn't increase the counter. You would think. Yes, I understand. This has changed. Movement. Trash. There's more garbage here than normal, isn't there? I think so. Looks like a lot of garbage bags, yeah. Every time after you get the warning, you always notice more things than before you got the warning. Which sucks, because you only ever get one warning. But then it kind of makes you start noticing things that you weren't before, I guess maybe because you were lazy. Extra box, maybe? I don't remember an empty box there. Maybe missing objects because there's nothing in the box. Pen seems fine. Are you different? I don't remember. I remember something about this countertop style changes. Yes. Yes. It's not supposed to be the same as the floor. I remember this now. Brain is expanding with very, very useless information about the game. Are you supposed to have a rug when no one else does? Probably. You're not allowed to be an individual in this game. You need to be exactly the same as everyone else so that it's easier so I can know what's going on. This is definitely weird. Right? Were there 3 in a row right here? I don't seem to remember that. But maybe there was. Missing mug? Missing. Maybe. We're just gonna do missing object vaguely on the table there and hope that it picks it up if there is something missing. It doesn't say so. You do have to be a little precise with the aiming of it. But not too horribly. Yeah, I don't think we're surviving this one. This one has some weird rooms on it. Not as much as last time, but definitely some weird rooms that I've never been good at seeing the issues with. But it also had some good rooms. Ah. Missing. Supposed to be a lamp there. Ah, the forbidden snack! Unknown man, look. It's the forbidden snack. Delightful. One of my favorite anomalies. Right up there with Huge Man. Delicious green, yes. It's like a chunk of solid radium. Which is weird that uranium is the one that's always like depicted as glowing green, when radium was always the material used for the glowing green stuff painted on like watch dials and stuff like that. It was never uranium, I don't think. I don't think uranium ever glows green. But you know, it gets equated because you know, hi. Intruder. It's probably just to the side of you. Probably won't work. Orb face. Backyard. We got you. Usually more yellow. I don't know. Honestly, I don't think I've ever seen uranium in person or even in like a video. I mean, I might have. I don't quite remember what color it was. I have seen it in RimWorld, and in RimWorld it is gray. So I'm not certain on that one. Orb face is gone. That's good. I don't know. I think it was just the dirty bubble from SpongeBob. That's what it looked like to me. I think here looks fine. I think here looks fine. Probably isn't. Same with here. You're missing. Since club is 1, 2, 3. Okay. We're not missing any rooms. Just had to do our regular check on that. Which maybe I should do that like every hour on the hour. Just anytime I hear the dinging, I should check how many rooms there are. Of course, I'm never going to remember to stick to that, so I'm saying it as it is a good idea, but I am not going to follow through on it because I would never remember that. Am I supposed to be able to read any of these? Probably not. We're going to throw image anomaly on that just in case it did change. Nope. And the pool balls seem to be the same. I'm not certain though, because all I'm counting is red, 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 and blue, 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 blue. And if those four and those four are all kind of in the same general configuration, then I assume that it's exactly the same. Because usually when it changes smaller details in a cluster like that, it'll change multiple of them. So if I'm just watching for that, it should broadly be visible. I'm seeing nothing else. You are not supposed to be here. Lobby is 1, 2, 3, 4, Just making sure. I once again thought that there was, I got around to the same room again a bit too quickly, and that was a bit worrisome. But we're fine. Everything's fine. I'm really trying to look, but I'm still... Are you supposed to be offset? Who has their, you know, the peephole in the door offset to one side? Is that normal? Does that happen to people? I've never seen that on a door in my life. It's always like in the dead center. What is that? Is that normal? If anything, it would be a shadow, and it doesn't let me report as a shadow, so we're just gonna assume that that's normal for the time being. You are upside down. Image, not intruder. Tried to hit image anomaly. It's probably not even an image anomaly. It's probably manipulation. Because that's an object. Probably. No. It is an image, technically. So let's do an image anomaly. No, you're normal. Oh, that's... Okay, it's making me second guess myself again, but I'm 90% sure that this is different. There we go. My brain was like 70% of the way to being like, oh, I guess it was always like that, and just moving on because it just kept... I hear noises. You're not normal. Intruder? Door anomaly. I should have done door anomaly. I think that was higher up on the list. Door anomaly, yeah. You don't do that one very often. I didn't remember where it was. I vaguely remembered that it existed. It's sad that there's no huge man. 'Tis a shame. Because, yeah, I don't think any of these locations can have a huge man, as far as I've seen. Although I am no, huge man expert. There may be huge men to the likes of which I have never seen. Everything looks fine. That doesn't look fine. Movement? Manipulation? In theory, everything is an image anomaly because I am looking at it through a camera. So all of this is all just an image being displayed through a camera and through a screen, which means that image anomaly should just work for everything. You know? That is my hot take for the day. I see no other changes. I think that exit sign is correct. And objects here. Pool balls are fine. Chairs are fine. Is there a missing room? Backyard is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, we're fine. Light is still a Dorito. Oh, wait. It's a different Dorito, isn't it? Didn't you change slightly? Maybe I'm just misremembering. Yeah, I must just be misremembering the shape of it. I could have sworn it was flattened on 2 edges, not just the one corner. Hi. Bye. Hi again. Bye again. Dang, Grandma. She does this every other week. Everything looks fine in there. Though it probably isn't. Most of these areas probably have something wrong with them. Like here. Is this floor supposed to be this way? Placement? Never know when it comes to the floors. But I don't know. I think it was the correct one. But you gotta check sometimes. And, you know, it sucks that the harder I look, it doesn't directly correlate to the more things I see. Because sometimes you can look as hard as you can and you still won't see something because you don't know you're supposed to be looking for it. That's all counted correctly. Is there always a can here? Unknown man would probably know. We're gonna check it either way. It's fine. Can was always there. Because, yeah, I can look over things more thoroughly, more quickly. Extra object. But even so, I'm not going to actually see more things 100% of the time. Sometimes it helps. Sometimes you end up missing things. You, image anomaly. It's supposed to be the women's on the right. But sometimes it's just no matter what you do, it doesn't help. You just end up hurting your eyes because you're looking too hard. Is this wall different? I don't think so, but we're gonna report it anyway. Look too clean. Okay, 5 o'clock. Once again, I mean, we're consistently getting pretty late in the night, which is impressive in and of itself. Hi. How'd you even get in here, my man? Bye. Oh, meet the giant. Man, we're getting so many achievements now. I don't know if these are like newly added things. Yeah, that was a large man. It wasn't the huge man. It was not the huge man. I'm sorry to disappoint. The huge man, he is something special. He's not just large. I mean, large. Anyone can be a large man, but not anyone can be a huge man. You know? Numbers are correct. Car looks fine. Cone is good. Plants. Phone is good. Pen seems fine. Gun, lantern, table, mousetrap. I see you. Is there a room missing? Kitchen is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're not missing any rooms. Good. If we move up to 6 rooms, that's going to be even harder to, you know, because just to remind you, this is the easiest difficulty of this run that I'm working with here. By far the easiest. Are these walls supposed to be like this? I think so, but we're going to manipulate anyway. Yeah, that's fine. Aha. Extra object. Numbers are fine. Signs are fine. Phone is fine. Plants are fine. Floor seems fine. Okay. Just checking the room numbers again. Because I wasn't sure. I think it's because I'm looking so much more frantically since it turned 5 o'clock. Are you a shadow? Intruder, something. Just throw out reports. Probably doesn't hurt anything. Maybe. It's probably fine. It's probably normal. Hi. Oh, that's 2. There's one on the back of his head. Okay. This guy's tough. This guy's a bit of a puzzle. Because he moves a lot, you gotta see the growths. Luckily, I was trying to count them before I started the count, or the scan. But I obviously missed the one on the back of his head, because he wasn't looking around that much. You look different. I think you're supposed to be a thicker scooter, right? No? Just throw a couple. This is different. Pizzas, you are correct. We both noticed that. We did it! We beat the random mode on the easiest difficulty. Although, okay, I'd say second easiest. Typing fast as hard is true. I would say the easiest difficulty is doing randomized normal 5 rooms and replaying every time you lose, because then it's the same 5 randomized rooms, but it's still the randomized mode. So that would be the easiest way to play it. Second easiest is randomized normal 5 rooms and you restart it every time so you get a different randomized set of rooms. That's how we did it. Then of course there's hard mode and 6, 7, and 8 rooms to also have. So yeah, that's oh boy, just for the heck of it. Last thing before we end off the stream, I'm gonna try the hardest mode. And when we die, I'm probably just gonna call it a day, because this is a cool concept. Definitely a very cool thing. And I think you only unlock this mode after finishing all the other levels on normal. So you kind of already know all the rooms that it is going to choose when you click it. But it definitely mixes things up a bit and makes it so you can't know what to expect, and you can't just memorize one set of rooms very, very closely like you do with the other levels, because it just keeps switching up which rooms you have if you keep restarting it from the menu. So that's You know what? And we're turning on no color mode. It's probably going to hurt my eyes because black and white usually does that. But randomized, hard, 8 rooms, no color. It's time to die. I just want to see what happens. And by see what happens, I mean, we're ending off with a bang. Oh, this room. Oh, and it looks so much harder to tell anything in monochrome. Oh, and this room. Oh, I don't like this room. Oh, I don't like this room either. Oh, it shows all the worst rooms. I mean, this one's not too bad. This one's not bad. I like the kitchen. I don't like this room. Pretzels. I remember the pretzel. I remember you. What even are you? I don't know what that is. They're like whole fish fillets that someone just cooked and put on a plate out in the middle of the place. I don't know. We can't do... Wugurb? Yeah, that was it. Wugurb. We can't do Wugurb because we can't see the colors. If these colors change, how would we know? How would we know? I mean, you can kind of tell in black and white if colors change, but not that well. So how would we know? You're a tiny plant. Are you always supposed to be a tiny plant? I think so, yeah. So we got huge, small, 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 medium, medium. No, huge, huge, small, 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 medium, medium. Good to know. Hi, unknown man. I have set us up for an impossible challenge, and we are going to die. And then I'm gonna end stream. So that's fun. Also, this looks like a person peeking in, but it isn't. So that's good to know. We got this. We do not got this, but I appreciate your enthusiasm as we die. Because I don't know if you were here while I was setting it up. I think it was right around when you left for the BRB and all that. But it is 8 rooms, monochrome, so black and white, and hard mode. We are dead. We are so dead. But that is just how it be sometimes, you know? Sometimes you just need to let go and accept that you can't win the game. What is all that over there? Is that different? Is that something? Looks like someone drew on that, but it might just be the black and white. This room is such a mess. I've never been able to see differences in this room very easily. This room's fine. It has a lot of images, which can change, and that can sometimes cause issues. The radio right next to the wooden chair. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. Is the floor always dirty here? Manipulation. Oh yeah, and the clock can go backwards here, can't it? I remember that. No, it's fine. Yeah, so probably not, this run is probably not going to be so exciting, because it's probably just going to be like, immediately there's going to pop up the warning that there's too many anomalies, because I didn't end up seeing any of them that popped up in the first couple hours, and then we're just going to die. But we'll see. Maybe we'll surprise ourselves. Maybe. Are you different? It's so much harder to tell in black and white. Why did I go with black and white mode? We might have had a chance. Oh, right. I forgot it's hard mode, so you can't just report things randomly or it does the reboot. I completely forgot that was a thing that happens. So yeah, we can't just report things willy-nilly anymore. We need to know that they're wrong. Also on hard mode, you're different. Shut up. You're different. You read it. Let me report. Let me report. And it's different, right? Isn't this handle supposed to be pointing out? Which is bad, you know, bad. Kitchen advice: never have handles sticking outwards when they're, you know, when it comes to things on the counter, because then you'll catch on them and they'll fall, and then you'll get sprayed with hot oil that you had cooking in the pan, and then you'll be disfigured for the rest of your life, and you'll be cursing the day that you set the pans to have the handle outwards. Just don't do it. It's not worth it. Light. You are different. See, we're getting a few things. I'm happy about that. We didn't die without getting one anomaly. But yeah, it ain't looking too good. Sandwich, pretzel, cars. I can't really tell the colors of the cars, but that's probably fine. They wouldn't change the colors of the cars when I'm in black and white mode, right? They wouldn't do that. But yeah, definitely after this stream, if you enjoyed watching me play this, you could go back and watch me play all the games of this. There's 7 games. This is the 7th one. I played them all, played the hard modes of a couple of them. Lots of streams of that to watch me miss obvious things and yell at me as, you know, it's a VOD and I can't actually react to you saying that there's things wrong, but it is kind of funny. Like, when I was watching Markiplier play these games, I had a lot of fun seeing a bunch of anomalies and then just sitting there waiting for him to notice the anomaly, even though to me it was like super blatant. And you just get to sit back and laugh at how dumb they are. It's pretty fun. But yeah, randomized mode is pretty cool. I do like it. Yell into the VOD void, indeed. Yeah, this donut, this donut, I think this donut that appears right here is a jerk. We don't like that donut. All my homies hate that donut. Light. Car is on. That ain't right. You know, I'm almost caught up with the VOD channel. You know, back in the day, I used to have to be caught up with the VOD channel because the VODs on Twitch used to delete themselves after a week. But for some reason, at some point, the VODs just started being archived longer on Twitch, and that gave me, you know, enough leeway to be very lazy with it. And so at one point, I was like, I don't know, 20 streams behind on the VODs to the YouTube channel because I could be. You know, it gave me the extra leeway. And that was also when I was like dealing with the computer issues, so I was like switching browsers and dealing with all that, so my VOD upload tabs weren't even open. So it made it harder to actually keep on top of that and remember to do it. But now, on my browser, the VOD upload things are just right there. Are you new? No, we can't just do random reports. We need to know that something's wrong before we report it. But yeah, it makes it a lot easier just to have the tabs open constantly, and then anytime I'm on my browser, I'll just glance up and see, oh yeah, I need to upload another VOD to the YouTube channel. Because I can't just do them all at once. I would, but I can't because I want them to actually upload in approximately the right order. And if I just do, you know, export, I'm kind of scared it'll just upload the shortest one first. Because if they're all going at the same rate, then the shortest one would get through updating first. Let's check the room numbers. See, water slide is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Water slide, okay. So yeah, I always just do one at a time and consecutively. Not consecutively? Yeah. because that's like one after the other. Just so that they're all perfectly in the right order and all that. You guys missing? Is that missing the fence wire? How would that even happen? That looks very much like it's missing that though, because everywhere else has it, but that doesn't look like it has it. Nope, evidently not. All right, we're fine. Hey, 2 o'clock on the hardest difficulty. That's... Why was this camera all shaky for a second? There was a little ripple. It's not normal. I don't think. But yeah, and I also always like to have my VODs very clearly labeled what part they are and all that. That's why I go to lengths to try and I could have sworn we did more than 4 anomalies. But okay, good stuff. But yeah, I go to great lengths to try and make sure that each stream has a label on it of like what game it is, what stream it is, because there have been, I'm not gonna name any names because I don't remember which YouTubers it is, but there are some YouTubers that have like a series on a game that it does go in an order, but they always name it just a clickbait title of like the craziest thing to ever happen in Skyrim when it's like episode 20. And it's like, how am I gonna know when I'm watching from episode 1 all the way through what the next episode is? And there have been times where I'll accidentally skip entire episodes or jump ahead in the series and then be confused and have to go back and find where it is. How are you supposed to know in what order they go if they don't label it? So because I had that pet peeve, I've always labeled it very clearly what stream it is, which also is important for the order in which I upload them to the VOD channel. They need to kind of be uploaded in order as well, so it looks all neat, you know? Hey, when playlists are backwards, yeah, that is always annoying as well. I used to actually make playlists on the VOD channel. I did that for a time, and then I stopped because I got lazy and I stopped checking it. But for a time, and I should go back to doing this, I should just like retroactively go back and make playlists of each game, just so that they're there. But I haven't. Luckily all the streams are in order, and usually I only play one game at a time. So when looking at the channel, it's pretty easy to just look at it, see the stream numbers, and just one video after the next to finish the whole game. Because yeah, I usually don't jump around too much when it comes to games, like in the middle of games. I know there's some people that are like, oh, we play this game on Fridays and this game on Mondays, and it's like, that's good for them, but for me, I kind of get focused in on one game for too long to actually jump around that much. But either way, I am ranting about stuff, so I think we're just gonna end it off here because that was interesting. Definitely a good game mode, a solid addition to the game. They also said that they added what was that, gameplay? Report button. What do you mean report button? Oh, that's the button down at the bottom, right? Camera switch. Okay, interesting. Yeah, so language. They added apparently a bunch of extra languages at the same time in the same update. It's the same thing. Anyway, so yeah, it was a good update, I would say. And yeah, I'm still hoping for I'm on Observation Duty 8. I don't know if that's out or when that's out. I haven't been looking for it, but I do want another in the series eventually, hopefully, because it's a pretty fun game series. So we'll see. But I guess I'll see you guys next time. I don't know what we'll be playing next, but hopefully something fun. And I'll see you guys then. That'll be What, tomorrow? Yeah, because today's Monday. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good day, and thanks for being here. Goodbye.